All right, Mr. Teleferro, listen, I love these LeBron James conversations. I love these Michael Jordan debates, these Kobe Bryant debates, these Oscar Robertson debates, these Kareem Abdul-Jabbar debates. All these debates are great, especially in regards to comparing this generation's guy, LeBron James, with some of these other legends that the game of basketball has seen. And I'll go to war for LeBron James against pretty much anybody. Now that Michael Jordan talk, I don't really get into it. Me personally, to give y'all my perspective on things, I think LeBron was a better basketball player than Michael Jordan, but I'll acknowledge that I can't prove it, right? A lot of final losses, and people put a lot of stake in final losses. In my heart of hearts, I believe on the basketball court, LeBron does more things than Michael Jordan ever did, but LeBron misses that killer mental aspect that Jordan and Kobe had, that certain type of flavor, and it leads to certain things happening, right? Like, I don't think Jordan or Kobe would have ever taken to the finals some of the teams that LeBron took to the finals, but I also believe if Jordan and Kobe were to have gotten to the finals, they wouldn't have got swept like LeBron did this year. So it's just like those little balance of things that you kind of play when you're making your debating your argument. Those things come up. But I'll be honest, even as a LeBron James fan, there's one thing I can't take up for that man in his career. One blemish on his career that I have absolutely no answer for. So LeBron James took his talents to South Beach in the year 2010, if I'm not mistaken, right? And in this year, LeBron James joined the Miami Heat, and they immediately became a championship favorite team, right? So when they became a championship favorite team, they had to face off against a very red-hot Dallas Maverick team. Now, this Dallas Mavericks team was comprised of an aging Dirk Nowitzki, who was 32 at the time, an aging Jason Terry, who was 33 at the time, an aging Sean Marion, who was 32 at the time, Jason Kidd, who was 37. Brian Cardinal was on this team at 33 years of age. Brendan Haywood, Peja Stojakovic. We had Deshaun Stevenson at 29 years of age, but at that point, I mean, he was a shell of himself. And if I'm not mistaken, Caron Butler was on this roster, but he was injured. Now, at this point, I think it's worth noting that Dwayne Wade was 29 years of age at this point, and Chris Bosh was 26 years of age at this point. LeBron James, the star of this team for the Miami Heat, was 26 years of age. Now, why did you bring all of that up, Mr. Teleferro? Well, I will tell you why I brought all of that up. Because I can't make sense out of how the Dallas Mavericks beat the Miami Heat in 6 games. It's the only spot on LeBron James' legacy that I can't make sense out of. If you talk to me about the 2007 NBA Finals, I will flat-foot say, listen, man, the Cleveland Cavaliers had no business being in the finals. LeBron he was young. He was like 22, 23. He took that team to the finals against San Antonio with Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker in their prime. I'm giving LeBron James respect on just getting there. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the same year that LeBron had went for 27 out of 28 points against the Detroit Pistons. LeBron had no business being at the finals at that point. Let's fast forward. 2012 NBA Finals. He won. 2013 NBA Finals. Somehow, some way, after the big shot from Ray Allen, he won. 2014 NBA Finals. I do criticize LeBron a tad bit for how this team performed. He was the leader of a team that was supposed to be in their prime. But even then, I give LeBron some slack because Dwayne Wade's body just wasn't holding up at that point. He had stopped putting in the necessary treatment and work ethic that it took to be an elite guy in this league. So I even let LeBron slide. Chris Bosh ended up, after that season we found out, had blood clots. I'll even let that slide a little bit because they had just beat the San Antonio Spurs in an emotional 7-game series the year before that. The Ray Allen shot, all that stuff we remember. And again, Tim Duncan, his last hurrah. He wanted that ring. Ginobili and Parker, that was their last hurrah, their 5th championship. All right, I even let him slide with that. 2016 NBA Finals. What you want me to do with that? LeBron lost Kyrie Irving in Game 1 in the NBA Finals, and in the first round he lost Kevin Love to a Kevin Olynyk dirty play. Okay, That's 2016 NBA Finals. Just keep this thing on moving. They won. 2017 NBA Finals. That one I'm not as lenient on because looking back on it now, LeBron, Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving should have been enough to compete against the Golden State Warriors. Even though the Warriors were the favorite, they shouldn't have went down in 5 games. But nevertheless, the Warriors added Kevin Durant after the two teams had a 7-game series the year before that in 2016. It is what it is. This past NBA Finals, right? 2018 NBA Finals. What do you want me to say, man? LeBron was pretty much playing with himself. Kevin Love's a shell of himself. They had nothing else on that roster. But that 2011 NBA Finals is the one I will not give LeBron James a pass. At the age of 26 years old. In that series, ladies and gentlemen, we don't even talk about this much. LeBron averaged 18.5 points a game. Ladies and gentlemen, in this series, yes, you heard that correctly. As a matter of fact, I'm giving him a couple points. He averaged about 18 points a game, 7.2 rebounds a game, and 6.8 assists. Now, for a normal guy, if you get 18, 7, and 6, you're like, cool. But not for LeBron James. He can give you 18, 7, and 6 in his sleep, especially in the prime of his career, especially when Dwayne Wade gave me 26.5, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Now, some people are going to say, yo, this was the first year of the Big Three. They were just figuring it out, you know? This was their first year in Miami. LeBron had just got there. Bosh is just, nope, not giving them a pass. Because if you want to play that game of giving that team a pass, then that would mean I'm able to give the Golden State Warriors a pass in the 2017 NBA Finals, right? If you're going to play that game. Because I look at it as the Cavs had more competing against the Golden State Warriors in the 2017 NBA Finals than what the Dallas Mavericks had going against the Miami Heat Big Three all in the prime of their career. That is my opinion. So if I can't give LeBron a pass for if I can't give the Cavs a pass for how they performed against the freaking Golden State Warriors a couple years ago, I also can't give LeBron a pass in regards to losing to that trash Dallas Mavericks team that was red hot. Dirk Nowitzki had went through the defending NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers that year. I'll give you that. But still, there is no reason why LeBron should have a scar on his resume given to him by freaking Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Terry. It is the one scar on that man's legacy that I can't explain. Y'all keep telling me he was afraid of the moment. I'm sorry, that dude was 26 years of age, had been in the league for 8 years. I can't be saying he afraid of the moment. I'm sorry, bro. 2007 and going against the San Antonio Big Three, that you could be afraid of the moment then. But with D Wade and Chris Bosh being afraid of the moment at that point in his career, nah, bro. I ain't rolling. I'm not rolling with that narrative. I'm not rolling with that. And I honestly, I just can't. That is the one thing you never hear me argue back when somebody argues with me about LeBron. That one I don't understand at all.